Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try, life seems to demand more than you can give, leaving your spirit heavy and your mind restless, as if the world is pressing upon you with invisible weights, whispering that you are not enough, that you must keep pushing, striving, and proving yourself every single day, while deep within you there is a quiet voice begging for a moment of peace? A gentle pause, a space to simply breathe and exist without judgment or expectation. For the truth is, nothing is wrong with you, absolutely nothing is wrong with you, and all that your soul is seeking is rest, and rest is not a luxury but a sacred necessity, a divine gift meant to rejuvenate your spirit and awaken the dormant energies that lie within, energies that are capable of creating miracles, of attracting abundance, and of transforming every corner of your life, if only you allow yourself the grace to release the burdens you have carried for far too long. For society has trained us to believe that exhaustion is proof of value, that relentless labor defines our worth, and that pausing for oneself is a weakness. Yet the universe speaks in a different language, a language of balance, of cycles, and of gentle rhythms, reminding us that even the sun rests at night, that the rivers pause in their still waters, and that the most fruitful trees do not constantly bear fruit without the quiet seasons of nurturing and replenishment. And so when you feel the weight pressing down upon your chest, when your heart races with anxiety and your mind is cluttered with worries, know that this is your soul signaling a sacred truth, that it is time to honor yourself with the same tenderness you give to others, that it is time to step away from the noise, to silence the demands, and to simply be, for being is the most profound form of creation, and in that being, all the answers you seek begin to emerge. Clarity replaces confusion, and peace settles into the crevices of your mind. Where doubt once dwelled, and as you breathe deeply, you will feel a subtle shift, a lightness that grows with each exhale, a gentle whisper that life is unfolding as it should, that you are exactly where you are meant to be, and that rest is not a retreat but a powerful act of alignment with the divine currents of the universe, and this alignment brings with it a subtle magnetism, a drawing towards situations, people, and opportunities that reflect the harmony you are cultivating within. So do not fear the stillness, do not resist the pause, for it is in this quiet surrender that the seeds of your highest potential are planted, nurtured, and given the space to grow into magnificent realities that you may have only dreamed of. And as you let go of the false belief that constant action defines your worth, you begin to see the invisible threads connecting all aspects of your life. Threads that guide you toward joy, fulfillment, and abundance without the frantic struggle. And remember, every time you honor your need for rest, you are not stepping away from life, you are stepping closer to the divine flow that governs all things, a flow that supports you, guides you, and restores you in ways far beyond your imagination. And in this understanding, you awaken to the profound simplicity that life is not a battle to be won, but a journey to be embraced with ease, grace, and the loving acknowledgement that nothing is wrong with you. You are whole, complete, and deserving of the peaceful rest that fuels the miracles you were born to manifest. As you continue to embrace the quiet knowing that nothing is wrong with you, you may begin to notice a subtle tension rising within, a sense that something is waiting just beyond your conscious understanding, a whisper of possibility that dances at the edges of your awareness. And this is the moment where many falter, for the mind is quick to fill the space of stillness with fear, doubt, and old stories, whispering that you are not ready, that life's challenges are too great, that the moments of rest you crave are merely illusions. But if you hold your faith steadfast, if you anchor yourself in the certainty that you are inherently whole and divinely supported, you will begin to sense a shift, a mysterious unfolding that feels almost magical, as though the universe itself is leaning closer to reveal secrets that were always yours to claim. And in this sacred pause, you may feel the stirring of dreams you had long buried beneath the noise of obligation, dreams that shimmer like distant stars, calling you to remember your purpose, to remember the light that you carry, even in moments of exhaustion. And yet, the suspense grows, because this light does not always reveal itself with clarity at once. It teases you with glimpses, beckoning you forward while asking you to trust the unseen, to step into the invisible currents that flow just beneath the surface of your life. Currents that carry wisdom, abundance, and answers to questions you have not yet asked. And here lies the sacred tension, the holy pause where all possibilities meet, where every breath becomes a thread connecting you to the vastness of life itself, a vastness that holds both challenge and miracle. And when you surrender to this tension, when you allow the unknown to become your teacher rather than your enemy, you begin to feel a liberation so profound that it can only be described as the awakening of your true self. For every ounce of fear that you release, every thought of inadequacy that you let dissolve into the infinite, opens a space within you for creativity, joy, and manifestation. And the suspense is not something to resist, but a divine signal, a sign that you are approaching a threshold, a sacred doorway where the limitations of your old self dissolve and the boundless potential of your spirit emerges. And it is here, in this delicate balance between the known and the unknown, that you discover the extraordinary power of your mind and heart working together in harmony. For when rest becomes your ally rather than your enemy, when patience replaces urgency and trust replaces anxiety, your life begins to shift in ways that defy logic, for the universe responds to the vibration of peace, to the frequency of your calm and centered being, and it brings to you people, circumstances, and opportunities that are aligned with your highest good, even before you are fully aware of them. And so, the suspense you feel is the sacred invitation to step fully into your own power, to release the notion that struggle defines success, to understand that ease, grace, and stillness are the true architects of transformation. And as this realization takes root, you feel a quiet thrill, a gentle excitement, and a sense that something remarkable is about to unfold, for the universe always honors those who honor themselves, those who listen to the quiet call of their soul. And in this moment of poised anticipation, you are standing at the edge of your own awakening, ready to claim the abundant, peaceful, and joyous life that has always been your birthright. And this suspense is not uncertainty, but a sacred pause that allows the unseen to align, the invisible threads to weave, and the miracles you have been waiting for to begin their quiet, unstoppable manifestation. All because you chose to honor yourself with rest, with faith, and with the knowing that nothing is wrong with you, that you are already whole, already complete, and entirely capable of receiving every blessing the universe has prepared for you. As you stand at the threshold of this awakening, a deep knowing begins to rise within, a certainty that the life you have been striving for is not somewhere in the distant future, but already flowing toward you now, like a river whose source cannot be denied. And yet, the mind may still attempt to measure, to question, to doubt the unfolding of what is already being orchestrated by divine intelligence. And in these moments, it is crucial to remember that the universe does not work according to our timetable, but according to a rhythm far greater, far wiser, and far more benevolent than we can comprehend. And when you release the need to control every outcome, when you step out of the cycle of overthinking and relentless striving, you allow the unseen to move freely, to rearrange circumstances, and to align people, opportunities, and energies in perfect harmony with your highest good. And as this alignment occurs, you begin to feel a subtle yet profound shift, an internal lightness, as though the weight of worry, fear, and expectation has been lifted, leaving your soul unburdened and receptive. For rest, though often undervalued, is the catalyst for manifestation, the quiet power that allows creativity, clarity, and intuition to rise unimpeded. And in this space, you may start to sense the miracles that have been quietly preparing themselves in the background, miracles that require your willingness to receive, to trust, and to be present in the sacred moment that is now. And as you breathe into this presence, the true magic reveals itself not as grand gestures or dramatic transformations, but as subtle shifts in perception, small yet powerful nudges toward joy, peace, and freedom. And each of these nudges is an invitation to step fully into the version of yourself that has always existed beyond the illusions of struggle and scarcity. And it is here, in this gentle expansion of awareness, that you recognize the profound truth. The universe does not demand that you fix yourself, change yourself, or earn your worth, for you are already perfect, already complete, already deserving of love, abundance, and all that is good. And the only requirement is to align yourself with the stillness within, to honor your need for rest, and to allow life to flow through you with ease, grace, and gratitude. And as you do this, you notice a remarkable thing. That obstacles once thought insurmountable dissolve, relationships shift toward harmony, opportunities appear. With perfect timing, and a sense of effortless flow becomes your new normal, and the suspense that once tugged at your heart now transforms into anticipation, an eager expectancy for all the blessings that were always intended for you, and the universe responds to your willingness to release resistance, for energy moves where attention flows, and when your attention is on rest, gratitude, and trust, the current of life carries you to destinations far beyond your imagination, destinations where your dreams are no longer distant hopes, but tangible realities, and every challenge you once feared becomes a stepping stone, a teacher, a blessing in disguise, for the mind that once struggled to understand now learns the language of alignment, and the heart that once doubted now sings the song of certainty, and in this awakening, you finally understand the simplicity and elegance of divine design, that everything you need, everything you desire, everything that will bring fulfillment and joy, has always been available to you, waiting only for your recognition, your acceptance, and your surrender to the natural flow. And as this understanding deepens, you feel an unshakable peace, a radiant joy, and a powerful sense of confidence, for nothing is wrong with you, nothing is missing, and the path forward has been quietly laid before you all along, a path illuminated by your willingness to honor rest, embrace stillness, and trust the miraculous intelligence that orchestrates every aspect of your life, guiding you effortlessly into a future filled with abundance, love, clarity, and infinite possibility. Now, as you stand fully in this awareness, fully aligned with the truth that nothing is wrong with you, that your soul's deepest need is simply to rest, to pause, and to allow life to flow through you effortlessly, you begin to feel an extraordinary sense of empowerment, a strength that is quiet yet unshakable, for in the act of surrendering to your own needs, in the act of honoring yourself with rest, you tap into the very source of creation itself, the infinite wellspring of energy, abundance, and divine guidance that has always been present. And the beauty of this realization is that it does not depend on external circumstances, on validation from others, or on a life free of challenge, for even in the midst of chaos, even when the world seems determined to test your patience and resilience, this inner sanctuary of peace and alignment remains untouched. A sacred place where clarity reigns, where your dreams begin to align with reality, and where the unseen forces of the universe move on your behalf, orchestrating synchronicities, opportunities, and connections that feel miraculous. And as you embrace this flow, you begin to notice that life no longer requires struggle to achieve, no longer demands constant striving, and that the most powerful transformations arise when you are fully present, fully rested, and fully trusting. For ease is the signature of divine intelligence, and peace is the language through which abundance speaks, and with every breath, with every conscious choice to honor your need for rest, you strengthen this alignment, creating a ripple effect that touches every aspect of your existence, bringing harmony to your mind, joy to your heart, and a renewed sense of purpose to your actions. And you realize that rest is not a pause from life, but a conduit to the life you have always desired. The life where your potential is not hindered by exhaustion, where your creativity flows unhindered, where your intuition guides you toward opportunities and relationships that nourish your soul. And as this truth settles deeply within, you feel a profound gratitude, a recognition that you are not broken, that you do not need fixing, and that every moment of care you offer yourself, every pause you take, every breath you allow to be slow and full, is a sacred act of co-creation with the universe. And as you embody this knowing, you step into a life that feels effortless yet powerful, ordinary yet miraculous, simple yet abundant. For the universe always meets you where you are, honors your willingness to rest, and rewards the courage it takes to release struggle and embrace trust. And so, take a deep, conscious breath and feel the transformation within you. Feel the old burdens fall away, feel the weight of doubt lift, and allow yourself to step fully into the flow of life that has always been waiting for you. For when you do, the impossible becomes possible, the unseen becomes visible, and the miracles you once hoped. For begin to manifest naturally and abundantly. And remember, this is your birthright, your sacred inheritance, and it has never been out of reach. All you needed was the willingness to honor yourself, to listen to your body, your mind, and your soul, and to recognize that nothing is wrong with you. You only need rest, faith, and the courage to embrace the divine rhythm that guides every moment of your life. And as you walk forward from this place of understanding, carry this truth in your heart. Let it illuminate every decision, every thought, every action, and watch as the universe aligns perfectly with your highest good. And if you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.